Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will study about threads. Thread is a path of execution within a process. A traditional process or a heavyweight process has a single thread of control. Modern operating systems now provide features enabling a process to contain multiple threads of control. If a process has multiple threads of control, then it can perform more than one task at a time. Now see these two diagrams. These two diagrams shows the difference of a single threaded process and a multi-threaded process. A thread is a basic unit of CPU utilization. It comprises a thread ID, a program counter, a register set, and a stack. A thread shares with other threads belonging to the same process its code section, data sections, and other operating system resources such as open file. So here in this diagram, which shows a multi-threaded process, here you can see that the threads which belongs to the same process, these threads shares code section, data sections, and operating system resources such as open file. And here you can see that each thread has a register set and a stack. Now let us see the examples of multi-threading. A web browser is a multi-threaded. The web browser which you use, that web browser is multi-threaded. A web browser might have one thread display images or text while another thread retrieves data from the network. Another common example of multi-threading is a word processor. Word processor is multi-threaded. A word processor may have a thread for displaying graphics, another thread for responding to keystrokes from the user, and a third thread for performing spelling and grammar checking in the background. Now let us see another example of multi-threading. For example, there is a web server and that web server accepts client requests for web pages, images, sound, and so forth. A busy web server may have several clients concurrently accessing it. If the web server runs as a traditional single-threaded process, then it would be able to service only one client at a time, and a client might have to wait a very long time for its request to be serviced. If the web server process is multi-threaded, so what will happen? What will happen if the web server process is multi-threaded? Then the server will create a separate thread that listens for client requests. So when a request is made by a client, then the server will create a new thread to service the request and resume listening for additional requests. Another example is that most operating system kernels are now multi-threaded. Several threads operate in a kernel, and each thread performs a specific task, such as managing devices or interrupt handling.